Good morning. All right. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Because I sure am. Good morning. I wish we were spending the day out here on this lake rather than going to be driving around in some construction there. That is going to be Little Sand Lake. How cute, right? All right, guys, good morning. I'm Trooper Steve, your traffic safety expert here at WKMG News 6, and this is Trooper Steve on patrol. We're live this morning, 10 o'clock on the dot, June 10th, hanging out here in the Orlando area, and just hanging out with you. So yesterday was a flop, I tell you what, but there's always a silver lining if you think about it. So what was the outcome of going to look at some of that construction yesterday? The fact that it was gone, right? That construction had been there for so long, and just within a couple of days over the weekend, they picked it up, and suddenly we had new lanes, had clearer markings, new traffic signals, new in and out of the shopping center, and now it's trickled a little further west. But talk about a really good outcome of some construction that we had seen for a little while. So every morning, you guys hear me talk about the I-4 westbound. Even if you watch us in the evening, I show up on your TV there because we issue the traffic alert that happens. Your Tuesday evening traffic alert, I-4 westbound at the Kirkman area, going to be shut down for some construction that is taking place within the Sand Lake and 528 area. And that's what we're looking at today. So I'm currently parked off of Sand Lake, off of, I think they call this area of Restaurant Row a little bit, and in a parking lot because I wanted to kind of get in a safe spot before we get out there. Because once we start moving, we're not going to stop. We're going to travel the westbound lanes from Sand Lake, merge on, take a little observation of what that looks like, and then we're going to exit to 528, exit at International, swap around there, and then head on east. And that's going to be our stream this morning. But I want to give you guys just an understanding of where I'm talking about. So an aerial view is the only way I know how to give that to you. So every morning you see this. I give you our map system, right? Our traffic maps are happening, and what occurs, of course, how would I know that that was going to happen? Hold on one second. Stand by. I apologize. So, let's see if I can get it to work now. That's definitely not it. I love technology, guys. So, every morning, let's see if it's going to do it. Is it going to do it? No, it doesn't want to do it. Why is this being a pain? Gotta love tech. So, we're going to come out of this, and I'm just going to click right here. We're going to go through it manually. Not a big deal. So let's start over, shall we? Every morning, right here, this area of I-4 westbound at Sand Lake, I show you what's going on here. And overnight, a lot of the construction is shut down. Westbound lanes here. This entire area has been completely redesigned in its configuration. And as you travel further towards 528, it gets crazy. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's go for a drive. Let's see what it looks like out and about in the world of the road. All right. So if you're joining us this morning, bright and early on a nice, hot, humid Tuesday, we're going to hit the road out here at I-4 Sand Lake 528, one of the busiest construction areas we have now currently taking place here in Central Florida. Every day I issue that traffic alert overnight because most of the construction does take place overnight. And instead of talking about it, I wanted to come out here and drive it with you because sometimes these lane shifts really get you guys a little confused. And we can see that because without even heavy traffic, we can track delays that do occur. So how about I just show you what's taking place out here. We'll wait till the light here. There's some pedestrians walking around, some panhandlers. Don't want to just throw them on camera and stuff like that. But gorgeous day outside. The truck reading 86. Whoa, I need gas. You guys may get to experience Results 1 breakdown on the side of the road. Oh man, I did not notice that, but it's okay. I think we're going to be just fine. If not, Kathleen, I'll be westbound. I-4, and you can send the team to me to come help. So yeah, we're out here. I tell you, this is what we call, or when I was a trooper, wow, it's been a while. This was PAT 3, Patrol Zone 3, one of the busiest areas here. And I'm talking that I-4 528 area, especially right here at Sand Lake and Turkey Lake. One of the worst intersections in Central Florida. And you can just see it. It gets so busy. You got a grocery store, shopping center, gas station, anywhere there's a Chick-fil-A, there's going to be a problem, right? But once you cross over this intersection, you really need to pay attention, because the amount of construction, it's a lot. You guys ready? Here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to drive onto I-4 from Sand Lake, hop on west, and see what this construction physically looks like from a driver's point of view. So we're in the right lane, and instantly, look, it's a daytime construction spot. It is active. You do have lanes closed even during the daytime. So you really need to make sure you're paying attention. So we're going to hop onto I-4 here from the merge. You can see signs are up. Got to pay attention. Yield to pedestrians. So there's a crosswalk here for them. And we're going to hop onto I-4 and head west towards State Road 528. Ooh, results 1 has a nice purr, doesn't it? All right. Left travel lane, we'll scoot on over. Why? I'm just making a prediction that right lane is going to end. I have never taken this ramp with you guys so far. Here we go. Look at that. Right lane is going to go away. Drivers need to merge on over. Very busy construction zone. This is a new on-ramp, extended on-ramp. Speed limit 60 miles an hour, but it's okay. Speed limit's a little slower right now. You do have construction vehicles pulling in and out of the zone. So you could see a lot of machinery out here. So you got to make sure you're paying attention, especially maybe even after a storm. What's going to happen is, wow, this is about a half-mile on-ramp here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to merge on with the rest of traffic. So you should already be up to speed or be doing your best to get up to speed, right? So these vehicles moving a little slow. The good thing is those other vehicles merging in, not too bad. We're going to hang out in this right travel lane, guys. We're going to stay in this right travel lane, all right? A lot of construction still occurring. And what are we seeing? We're seeing speed warning signs for the ramp. So the fact that you're seeing that lets us know this lane is going to end and turn onto State Road 528. What is another indicator of that? The markings in the roadway. Let me show you here. See how the line begins to have a rapid mark to it, multiple dash marks? That's letting you know you are no longer in the main travel lane, and this lane's going to go somewhere else. And where are we going? We're going to hop on to State Road 528. We're going to head east. So the ramp here hasn't changed much yet. It's almost gotten worse here at I-4 and State Road 528. You have to be prepared to slow down suddenly. Like I said, this is not just a nighttime traffic zone, construction zone. This is very active even during the daytime. They limit their lane closures, but you need to make sure you're paying attention. I love the construction signs up top, the mark safety zones. Your dad said obey the speed limit. A little punny for Father's Day weekend. You gotta love the FDOT people making those signs. So this ramp hasn't changed much, still old style, but look, you're gonna get another travel lane. They're gonna add another lane here. That's what we're seeing on the ramps here at 528 east from I-4 west. A lot of people out here working, guys, so you need to make sure you're paying attention. Let's go over that. In a construction zone, what are some of the big consequences that you're going to face? If you are stopped by law enforcement in an active construction zone, what happens? The fines are doubled. So your average, no joke, your average speeding citation, if you're hit for an active construction zone, is well over $400. cars. Don't be the person to get pulled over. Also, no phone zone. You are not allowed to touch your mobile device under any circumstance, even to answer a phone call in an active construction zone. So set it, forget it, mount it somewhere. I always have my devices completely hands-free. We control everything right here from the steering wheel. So, and I do that all the time, but that's required in a school zone. Obviously, outside of that, in a school zone or construction zone, you can then answer the phone call. But here in the state of Florida, you cannot touch it, all right? So we're exiting onto International Drive. This part was fixed a long time ago, all right? International and 528 was fixed many, many years ago. They really did a good job. You can see how this just bursts out here into travel lanes. But like I said, what we're gonna do, our focus is I-4 and 528 interchange. So this kind of continues. This is a continuous lane. So you kind of just merge on in and you can kind of cruise there a little bit. The ramp is directly to the right. So if you stay to the right-hand side, you're good to go. That Mustang is loud. And I love when it's a beautiful day, the lighting's good, because the cameras look amazing. And it looks like you guys are driving with me this morning. Okay, we're going from International Drive now to State Road 528, all right? 528 East, all right? What am I talking about? 528 West. We're going from International Drive to 528 West. Mile marker 1. That Mustang is gone. Turning signal, get up to speed. Speed limit 65 miles an hour. And no matter what occurs, we're getting off at Sand Lake, because if I don't get off, I'm gonna run out of gas. Okay, here we go. You're entering a construction zone. It is obvious you are entering a construction zone. Right? Here we go. We're going to hop on to I-4 East from 528 West. Double exit, double travel lane exit here. And as you're exiting, I want you to think about this. If your goal, this is what I do. If your goal is to, you know you're going to continue straight, why are we staying in the right lane, right? Get over already so you can prepare to merge in and avoid the chaos. See how easy that is? It just, all it takes is proactive thinking. That's all it takes. Anyone can do and drive the way I drive. I tell my wife this all the time, and she's like, yeah, okay. But I mean that. Anybody can be a good driver. You have to want to be a good driver. And that's what proactive thinking is part of that. When I'm driving in a construction zone or anywhere, let alone I-4, 528, whatever, I'm not only looking at the car in front of me, I'm looking at the car in front of that. Are they hitting the brakes? So I can prepare. Is there a lane shift ahead? Is there a sign that indicates, is there a lane shift? And those are things that we have to be thinking about. It shouldn't be figuring it out when you're right on it. So obviously a lot of changes out here along I-4, 528 Sand Lake area, but they're great, great changes. Just looking at this alone as the traffic nerd really excites me, because the opportunity for Sand Lake and the less stress along Sand Lake is there. The presence is there. A few takeaways. Construction zones. Don't touch your phone, even to answer it. All right? Pedestrian traffic still exists. It's a tourist area out here. You got to pay attention. You got bozos like this. We get a clown that come over at the last minute here this morning. You got to pay attention to things like that. Violations inside of a construction zone are a moving violation, and you face double the fine. Pay attention. Don't be a clown. I-4 and Sand Lake area and 528 are going to look great when it's done. We just got to bear with it. Guys, drive safely. Take it easy. Don't be a clown. Have a good day. I'll see you later.